Imagine walking through your neighborhood park, pushing a baby carriage. The sun is shining, birds are singing, and everything feels peaceful and safe. It's a scene that's familiar to parents everywhere, a simple act of care and love. Now, picture that carriage sealed up tight, windows locked, a special filter attached, and an air pump at the ready. The baby inside is completely enclosed, protected from the outside world by layers of metal and glass. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Like a prop from a futuristic film, or maybe a wild invention from a comic book. But for parents in the 1930s and 1940s, especially in Britain, this was a real and terrifying necessity. The world was at war, and the threat of new, unimaginable dangers was everywhere. So, why did parents once need gas-resistant baby carriages? What could possibly make such a strange invention necessary? To answer that, let's rewind to the days of World War II, a time when fear and uncertainty were part of daily life. The threat of chemical warfare loomed large over Europe. People remembered the horrors of the previous war, and governments warned that the next attack could come at any moment. Poison gases like chlorine and mustard gas had already devastated soldiers in World War I, leaving thousands dead or permanently injured. The memory of those attacks haunted an entire generation. Now people feared these horrible weapons could rain down on cities, targeting families, homes, and yes, even babies. The idea that nowhere was truly safe was a chilling reality. Governments took this threat seriously. They prepared for the worst, determined to protect their citizens from every possible danger. In the UK, for example, millions of gas masks were distributed to civilians. Every man, woman, and child was expected to have one ready at all times. But a regular gas mask just wouldn't cut it for babies. Their tiny faces and delicate lungs needed something different, something safer. Enter the gas-resistant baby carriage. This was a creative solution to a terrifying problem, designed specifically for the youngest and most vulnerable. These carriages looked like something between a submarine and a pram. Their odd, futuristic appearance made them stand out on the streets. Made from metal and glass, they were completely sealed to keep out deadly gases. Every detail was designed with safety in mind, from the airtight windows to the sturdy construction. They had a special filter on one end, and parents could pump fresh air inside using a hand-operated bellows. It was a hands-on process requiring constant attention and care. The idea was simple. If gas attacks happened, parents could place their infants inside, seal the carriage, and keep them safe while moving to shelter. It was a way to give families a fighting chance, even in the worst circumstances. The designs varied, but most looked bulky and a bit intimidating. Some were so large and heavy that they were difficult to maneuver, but parents didn't mind if it meant their child was protected. Winston Churchill himself even inspected some early models. The government wanted to reassure the public that every possible precaution was being taken. There were also baby gas helmets, essentially small tanks that covered the baby's entire upper body, with a window and a filter to stop poison gas from getting in. Uncomfortable? Definitely. But for many, it was a small price to pay for peace of mind. But for many parents, it was better than the alternative. The fear of a gas attack was so great that even the most awkward or uncomfortable solution was worth it, if it meant keeping their child safe. Thankfully, gas attacks on British cities never materialized, and these strange carriages were never put to the ultimate test. The threat faded, but the memory of those anxious days remained. Still, they became a symbol of both the fears of the time and the incredible lengths parents would go to protect their children. These inventions remind us of the resilience and resourcefulness of ordinary people in extraordinary times. Some of these carriages survive in museums, offering us a bizarre but very real glimpse into the home front during wartime. They stand as silent witnesses to a chapter of history that's easy to forget, but important to remember. So next time you see a stroller in the park, remember, history is full of surprises, and sometimes the everyday objects around us have the wildest stories to tell. The ordinary can become extraordinary, shaped by the fears and hopes of the people who came before us. Thanks for joining me on this trip through history. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating tales from the past.